Hello. Now it says live. So it is Friday, April the 30th. It is 2 o'clock and I am here and I am kind of sort of believing this is going to work now. All right. I've been having trouble uh, with Facebook today, so I hope it doesn't carry over. Facebook just sent me a message to tell me that I am now live. That was kind of them. Good. Um, so tomorrow is going to be May already. Hello, somebody's here. Yay. Um, make a comment and we will hope that this week the comments are working. That would be a happy thing. Um, drawing cards for Carol. Yes, please, you say. I like that. I like it on many levels. I'm delighted you're here. I'm delighted you want a card. And I'm delighted that this is working this week. All right, so May tomorrow. Can you believe it? So what do the cards want us to pay attention to as we come into the energy of May? I find you here, Carol. Oh, that's nice. Okay, you have number 3, unexpected resources. There are good things for you that are going to be a surprise. Jonas, is that Pam? Hello, Melanie. Hello, Tanya. Oh my gracious! Oh, this is so good. All right, PJ, have you changed your name or are you somebody else? You're allowed to be somebody else. This is for Carol. Carol, even though this moss is growing on the forest floor, surrounded by debris and the detritus of several seasons of trees and leaves and twigs and whatever, still found the resources it needed to be able to put down a root, put up the little leaflets that they leaflet seems like the wrong word. But it's able to photosynthesize even with the small amount of sunlight that makes it to the forest floor. So something that you are not necessarily expecting is going to come through for you and be a valuable resource for you in May. That is very exciting. And yeah, okay. So PJ, yes indeed. And it's so good to see people here. I am PJ, that's so cool. Pam is your mom. She's down like Virginia or somewhere, I think, if memory serves. But that is cool. Well, welcome. I don't remember you being here before, so I'm delighted that you have come on your own and for your own reading. So this is for the month of May for PJ. Nice. And you have card number 2, community. 2 is always about relationships. It's about being with other people, and it's about who you become when you're with other people, because we're different. You're different with your mom than you are with your best girlfriend, than you are with your teacher, than whatever. So being aware of that 2 energy, that it's never wrong to look in the mirror and examine that relationship for sure. But the white clover lives in little colonies, in groups. It isn't something that grows in a lawn and there's one leaf here and one leaf 6 feet away. It grows in a little community of like minds. The 3 parts to the leaf, I like to relate to the body, mind, and spirit that each of us have. We're each working on our own, but being with other people who are working on their trinity, their triangular nature is always a good thing. So I would say in May, finding like minds, PJ. That would be kind of where that's going. All right, PJ. I would love a card, please, says Melanie next. Good to see you, Melanie. Have you been closed again? I know a lot of things are shut. I'm fortunate that I'm really untouched by lockdowns and things beyond the fact that I've been home for a year and a bit. Um, but my life, I've been able to sculpt it so that it is fine. Hey, Regina, welcome. Um, but I know, Melanie, you need to be with people, and if you're being stopped from that, that's very hard to do your work. I mean, not because of any psychological need. All right, I am reading for Melanie. The energy that is with you from May. Oh, I guess maybe we're going to open up again because you're getting celebrate. So 2 for your community, for those relationships that you have with the people. 5 is that expansive, growing energy, and they're coming together as 7. 7 is always the teacher. The hawthorn. I grew up in the UK, and the hawthorn is the flower that was used. These blossoms for the May Queen on the 1st of May. So it's a really appropriate kind of a flower for you to be picking. The fact that you can celebrate whatever's going on, celebrate that. You woke up this morning, that's awesome. Celebrate it. Also, I think as in this position, it's telling you that in May, if things are going poorly, it's okay. The celebration is on its way. It absolutely is. All right, Tanya Lee. Tanya Lee, can't wait. You had to wait. And you did. You made it. So good to see you here. Thank you. Okay. For May, for May. I want to see the. I wish there was a card that said free time because I wish to unfree you of your time. However, for Tanya, for May. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Self awareness. Number 10. We're adding that one, that identity, that personality that sits in your solar plexus that has been you forever and will continue to be you forever. That is the one, the beginning of all of your experience through all of time and space. 0, that circle representing the entire cosmos and all that is. And in numerology, we add them together. So we wind up with you with the wisdom of all the cosmos within you. And it is as you do that, as you become aware of yourself as a spiritual being, that the sun shines through, just like that picture says, because that's kind of the right thing. That's lovely. I like that. All right. That was Tanya. Can't wait for my card. Promise my mom. Regina would like a card. Yes, Carol. I'm sure it was good news. Roanoke. Roanoke. Is there not from any knowledge, I've never traveled down that way, and not I'm thinking in a Robert Ludlum book. There's stuff. Hey, Cookie. Hello. Hello, Kathleen. Oh, how lovely. Yes, yes. Um, Roanoke, it feels like it's like, I don't know, the CIA or the FBI or the SEALs or somebody. That's a name that comes to me from reading, excuse me, reading Cold War novels and reading spy and subterfuge and things like that. That's something I enjoy doing. Don't get to do it nearly as much now. All right, where am I at? I am at Regina. I'm in Ireland. Okay. Oh, 19. This follows really nicely from the number 10 because we have that one that is, in your case, you, that central solar plexus identity where your personality sits and always has and always will, combined with the 9, which is the holistic nature of the physical world, where everything is connected to everything else, where all all of life is a web of interconnectedness, where even the planet herself is alive. We know this, right? And we add them together, we get a 10, which is what I just read for Tanya. That combination of you taking on board the wisdom of the entire cosmos, and then we end up with a 1, which is just this wise and connected and brilliant individual who has the opportunity to go wherever they choose. There's potential. The slightest movement now changes where you'll end up. It's a good idea, therefore, to get very clear before you make a move. Don't go galloping off in all directions. Figure out where it is you want to be and how you want to be there, and then take a step towards it. So some longer term planning maybe than you were taught in high school, but getting you have the wisdom, so tapping into the wisdom to know what it is that you're here to do, and that will help you to reach your potential and to accomplish your intentions. So cool. That's a really nice card, Regina. Cookie. Yes, please. Oh, Gina, hello from Nova Scotia. I ran into a Dion at an event I was reading the other day with a big group of professionals here in Ottawa, and I guess it was a married name, which doesn't make her any less a Dion. It's a good thing. Cookie, cookie, cookie. Cookie. This is 22. It's telling you right now, impulsiveness, not going to serve you. This rose bush has been covered in ice. It looks as though it's been dipped in glass. For it to start moving, or for anybody to move it, would be to damage it. So just staying still. It's nothing that's your fault. So we're maybe talking about the pandemic and the situation we're all dealing with. I don't know how it is impacting you. The twos are your community, your relationship, your other people being active in this, and they're adding up. The two twos add up to a 4, which is that really lovely, solid, practical energy on which you can build later. But for now, there's not a lot of building. There's just putting down that sort of rootedness and getting really grounded and not trying to rush ahead of yourself, because that won't do you any good whatsoever. So I hope that makes sense. I know you have a business, so I hope you're not being stymied too much. All right, Kathleen. Kathleen, I miss you. I hope I get to see you soon. It is. It is too long between visits, and I've been so busy, and you've been so busy, and it's yes. I'm so glad you're here today. Okay. Hmm. Yes. Number 28, the Mugo Pine leadership. I think you maybe have had this before. I would imagine you've heard me talk about it before. These spring shoots when the tree puts out this zoom of growth first thing, and then it fattens out and grows its longer needles as the season goes on. While they're in this condition, they're called candles. And the idea of you already in a leadership role holding the candle to lead the way for other people. You're the one who is bringing light into some of the darkness that is around. You're bringing the new ideas into the stale policies and procedures that are sometimes bogging people down and that some people are clinging to. I know, but you are the one with the bright light. You've got the candle in the dark room, and you're going to lead the way out of it. It's wonderful. Two is that community, that relationship building that you do so well. Eight is the flow where you are bringing balance and judgment and cosmic flow into the situation because you're a leader. You're bringing stuff that's never been here before, and they're adding together, oh my goodness, to a 10. There seems to be a theme here. So then we're at the core, which is Kathleen adding up with the cosmos, with all that is, and having that wisdom within. And I know that you do, and I know that that's a really good card for you. I like it. I'm so glad you're here, Kathleen. Okay, Gina. Hello, Barbara. I see you there. And Lori Kay. Hey, Lori Kay. So I'm going to read for Barbara, and hopefully, if Lori Kay has to go back to work, she can see the video afterwards. So I will try not to hold you up too long. Okay, I'm not reading for Barbara. I'm reading for Gina. Yes, that was Kathleen. This is Gina. Okay, Gina, Gina, Gina. Okay, oh, Gina. I heard you're locked down now. I think you're still in Nova Scotia. You've had a surge. We've had a surge here too in Ontario, so we're all in the same boat except that you're doing better. Beginning for Gina. Number one, the start of all things. Number one, which is your personal spark of life, the piece of the cosmos that has manifested as Gina and is the beginning of your experience of the physical world and your relationship with humanity. New things coming to you and May, we asked for May energy. So May is a beginning in as much you can see last year's leaves, they're still there. They're fallen over and they're pretty much useless as anything, but they've been protection over the winter. They've kept the frost from going too deeply into the roots. They have served all kinds of purposes, but now this new daylily is beginning, and the shoots are coming up and through and completely disregarding everything that came before. All things are new for you in May. There's beginnings. There's original ideas. There's going to be opportunities that come up. Doors are opening. Lots of lots of you initiating things and other people instigating things that are going to serve you really well. That's nice energy. Gina. Okay. And then I have Barbara and then Lori K, I think. All right. Oh, and we have a spammer in the room. If anybody would like to report them, that would be helpful. And I have to say we've been having fewer since people have been reporting them, although some of them just change their name and come back again. Sometimes the same day. I come in, I get a notice in the afternoon. You have 12 new comments. And it's somebody commenting on every one of your posts. So I apologize. What can I say? We report them, we get them banned. We do what we can. Barbara. I'm very self-conscious now knowing that you're telling me where to stop my hand. I will do my best. If I don't stop where you say, it's because Spirit knows better. So, you know, that's just how it is. Okay. Oh, nice. We have number 11. We have empathy. We're doing lots of ones and twos today. It's rather good. So the yellow of the goldenrod sending us to the solar plexus again. The one sending us to the solar plexus again. If you're doing chakra work, I don't know, maybe your solar plexus, maybe I'm crazy. In order to be empathetic, in order to be present and useful in that kind of emotional supporting way, you have to be very clear about yourself and who you are and what you feel and how you're processing it. And when you are able to, when you can stand in that oneness that is you, then you can allow somebody else to be in the oneness that is them and join together, because we're always adding. So we add to the two, which is the relationship, which is that shared sense of community between the two people. But you're allowing them, and you're feeling with them, and you're caring about them, and you're connecting with them on an emotional and spiritual level, but you're not trying to impose anything of yours. You are honoring them as they are. It's very namaste. The spirit in me honors the spirit in you, right? So, and being able to emphasize from a place of your own centeredness and not give yourself away. Some empaths take on so much of other people's stuff that they lose themselves in it, and it's important to be very centered and with yourself. So that's a nice card, Barbara. Okay, building your salon. Good. Oh, I saw you took me on your phone. I saw you with another building. We need to drink wine and celebrate. Tanya's finished the course. Yay. Okay, Lori K. That's wonderful news, Tanya. So, so good. I had planned, tomorrow is World Labyrinth Day, and I would encourage everyone to find a way to mark that, where very few people are doing big public events, but you can go to my website and download a printable labyrinth to walk on your tabletop and get into that contemplative space. I had planned to make one with chalk in my driveway, but the clouds decided to wash the driveway time and time again, so I've given up on that. Lori K in Louisville, Kentucky. In May, your energy, the energy available to you. Oh, okay, I don't know what your weather's doing. Being practical. Number 4 is about that practical, reliable, dependable solid foundational energy. And sometimes we need for conditions to change. And like this burr, there's no benefit to it trying to put out roots because it's in a snowbank. So it's waiting for circumstances to change, waiting for the temperature to improve, waiting for the snow to go away. And while it is waiting, the most rewarding thing to do is to be in the breath, right? To glory in the experience of feeling the life force within. So finding a quiet practice. I've never said that before. Being in a place where you can just enjoy breathing and breathe in and know that all is well, and breathe in the positive energies that do surround you. Sometimes uh, we get busy on the surface of things, and when we stop and we breathe deep and we breathe down into our bellies, it slows us down so we can look around and see that, yeah, we don't actually have to be going 90 miles an hour all the time. Stuff still gets done. It really does. So taking time, and that allows, as you get calmer, that leaves space for more stuff to come for you. The good things the universe would give you cannot hit a moving target. So when you slow down, oh, good Lord. Krista. Hello, Krista. Thank you, Tanya, for blocking that. And Lorianne. Hey. Yes, I did see. Thank you, everybody who's blocked and oh, and now we need to block Harry Matthew as well. I do apologize. Not that there's anything I can do about it. So Krista would like a card. Lorianne, if you've said so, I didn't get to that comment yet, but I will if you wish. Krista. Krista. Your energy for May. Oh, cards are upside down. You have number 13, which is rather lovely. We are at, it's interesting, I often seem to pull this for teachers, and I don't know if that applies to you, Krista. I don't know what what you're doing in your day job. The one which is you, your central identity, that place in within, deep within, that is always you. The 3, which is your point of inspiration, which is where the cosmos sends you ideas and hunches and thoughts and solutions to problems and dreams. And they add together to a 4, which makes that very practical, solid energy. It's discernment, because this is a mock orange, and the mock orange looks like an orange tree, and the blossoms smell like an orange blossom, but they are not going to give you any oranges. They're telling you something that isn't true. And your energy in May, you're able to make that difference. Teachers are really good at smelling when something's not right. It's that whole mums with preschoolers who know that quiet is a problem. They better go find out why everybody's gone quiet, right? That ability to discern when something is off and it's time to check it, it's time to challenge it. This could be about reading the small print on documents that you're dealing with. You the one, and the intuition from the 3, they come together, and it's just the right and sensible practical thing to do is to follow up and ask the questions. And sometimes we don't like to. We want to look cooperative, and we want to look as if we're very trusting. because that's how we've been trained, and that's not always the best idea. So allowing yourself to listen to your own inner voice and say, wait a minute, I want to read these 4 pages before I put my signature at the end, right? So I don't know what's happening for you in May, but that's what I'm getting there. Krista, okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Harry. Good Lord, they were both here at the same time. So I guess they weren't the same person. Penelope. Oh, and Rochelle, how good to see you. I've been looking at pictures that you've been taking, and they're gorgeous. I do sometimes really miss Nova Scotia. Okay, Penelope, we're reading for May. Let's see what the energies are in May. Oh, nice. All right. So, number 9. Oh, Krista, I'm sorry, I didn't see a comment. What did you say? Gotta go back. Krista, I would love a card. Yes, I read for Krista. I did. Okay, so now my page has gone strange. Good Lord, I've disappeared from my own screen. That's a little peculiar. All right. Who am I talking to? I'm talking to Penelope. Penelope has number 9, which is 9 being that connectedness, that wholeness, that knowledge that we are all part of one single family, one single planet, one single universe. There is only one, and everything is connected to everything else. And the yellow flowers here reflect again that solar plexus chakra, that individual identity. Lots of green, which is the heart chakra, which is love. And they're called blue bead lilies because they put out a little blue berry later in the season. And the blue is the color of the throat chakra, so it's about communication. So the combination of personality plus love plus communication lifts us beyond the physical and into that place where we are all connected, where before and after the transition in and out of the physical, before we come here, while we're here, after we've left here, it's all part of the same thing, and it's eternal, and it is loving, and it is never otherwise. 9 has all the other energies in it because it's all just one, really. We divide it up because we're living this human physical experience. Kirsty, Barbara, I'm glad you're happy. All right. Okay. Oh, that's so cool, Krista. I am glad. Yes. So you know whereof I speak. All right. So Kirsty Link. Nice to have you here. My screen is still very peculiar, and I'm sorry if I'm not looking at people or doing sensible things. Okay, so after Kirsty, I'm going to, oops, I got weird stuff on my screen. After Kirsty, I'm going to draw a community card, and please remind me if I forget. Kirsty, your energy for May. What the cards want you to know for May. you are in the flow. This is nice. Number 8, the red-headed fountain grass. 8. 8 is a figure that, if we lie it down, it's the mathematical symbol for infinity. If we, whichever way it's positioned, if we draw a line through it horizontally, we get mirror images, and if we draw a line down the center vertically, we get mirror images. It's very much about balance, about symmetry, about the image of the scales in the Libra astrology symbol, scales of justice, that the two sides coming into balance. That is 8 energy. So when you're in the flow, when you're not resisting the things that the universe is gifting you, then there's just flow. There's it comes in, it goes out like your breath. We breathe in, we breathe out, we don't even think about it. And the two lobes of the 8 are like the in-breath and the out-breath. Being in 8 energy means that the cosmos is able to flow things, experiences, people, emotions, all sorts of things into our lives. And when we're in a centered place where we can allow it to flow in and flow out, and we can absorb it and enjoy it and experience it, and sometimes it isn't joyful in the moment. We have sadnesses in our lives. We have pain when we crash our big toe into the bed leg, right? But not resisting that. We got pain in our toe, we got pain in our toe, and that's simply a fact. Being with that pain, letting it be there. If we clench our teeth and try not to feel it, and we pretend it isn't there, and we're trying not to hobble because we don't want anybody to know that we've got a pain in our toe, then we develop all sorts of tense muscles and stiffness and indigestion and goodness knows what. Just allow it. Let the toe hurt, because it's going to feel better really soon. It's the resistance that makes the difference, right? So being in the 8 is being in the flow, is allowing it to be as it should be. I've got a bunch of extra bars on my page now. All right, Rachelle. Did I miss you, Rachelle? I think I maybe did. I'm so sorry. That was Kathleen. And that was Barbara. And that was Lori Kay. Rachelle, I'm so sorry. I saw you there. I greeted you. And I didn't. Did I read for Penelope? Dear me. I'm completely confused. I do apologize. You're welcome, Kirsty. All right. So Rachelle, here I come. Penelope, let me know if I forgot. If I missed you too. The trolls, I paid attention to trolls instead of paying attention to my own stuff. I apologize. Okay, Rachelle, for you and your gorgeous animals, the Bella flower I enjoyed enormously on your feed. Okay, so for May, this one insists. Oh, nice. 5. Penelope, you did get a good. Of course you did. I knew that. Kind of. Almost. I'm just... All right. So this is Rachelle's, and this is 5, which is the number for this year. Calendar year is 5. We've all got lots of 5 going on. It's about growth and expansion. It's about adapting and adjusting to new circumstances. It is about movement forward and progress. And of course, nothing happens until we imagine it. The thought precedes all other things, right? So this number 5 is inviting you to imagine where you want to be, inviting you to imagine how it can get better, right? The teachings of Dane here and some of those some of those teachings. What's the word I'm looking for? They run the access bars um, teachings, where the questions to ask are questions like, how can it be any better than this? Because the universe will answer that by showing you something that's even better than this, which is rather delightful. Um, hey, Jen, good to see you. Yes, absolutely. Um, so imagining how it can be better than this, and sitting in that space where you allow your own wisdom to bubble up and show you something that you hadn't thought of with any kind of academic or intellectual process, but it's coming from your heart. Hey, Eileen. Yes, yes. Um, so for Rachel to be in that space when you, especially on the days when you can sit outside and look across the mountain, just to imagine how it can be better than this, and call in whatever amazing energy there is for you. Debbie, yay, people have really piled in. Okay, so Jen, on your way to the airport, I will read for you and wish you a good trip and wish you a happy weekend and wish you all sorts of goodness, because how could it get better than this? It is. Okay, Jen. Oh, well, I guess this is true. When you're taking on air travel in COVID times, there is complexity. It kind of makes sense. Other people and your the two is relationships, and going on a trip, you're going to have to deal with all sorts of other individuals. Being aware of who you are in those exchanges becomes really important. Three is your point of inspiration. So following your intuition, listening to what you know, even if you don't know how you know it. And that's adding up to a five, which is that lovely progressive forward moving. Yes, it can be complicated, and yes, you are going to go forward. So accepting, not resisting all of the I'm sure there's lots of bureaucracy and red tape and restrictions and stand on this X and all sorts of those things. But you've got it. You're good. It is it is how the day is going to be. I have Eileen and then Debbie and then a community card. I shall not forget. You're welcome, Rochelle. Um, okay, Eileen. Debbie, I feel like it's a long time since I've seen you. I don't know if that's true. That might just be me. All right, for Eileen, for the month of May. It's right at the end. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so barley in full juicy fruit. The first early crops that we were able to make bread and beer and settle down and be in settlements rather than otherwise. Um, and when we could settle into settlements and sit around the fire and look at the night sky, we could ask what the meaning of it all was. The one is that beautiful, beautiful spark that is Eileen. The eight is that lovely flow. And they're coming together into a nine, into that holistic, everything is connected to everything else, just as this barley that was photographed 12 years ago or so is connected to the beginning of human settlement and is connected to you being here today and you thinking about this coming month. Everything is all interwoven and together. The nine here, that it really does speak to the singularity of the human family. I feel as though that matters at the moment. Every one of us is connected to every other one. We might not always love one another, especially particular individuals, but we are connected. We are connected. All right, Debbie. Debbie is next, and then a community card. I keep saying that, but yes. All right, whoop. All right, that one turned over. Is that's only one? Okay, it turned over. It must be Debbie's. It's number 16. Also a gorgeous picture. This is synthesis. This is about gathering stuff, and you do this with your work for sure. Gathering things from multiple sources to create something new and combine things in different ways. These brambles are all at different stages of development, and yet they're all on the same branch. They're all there together, making brambles for today and tomorrow and for next week. And your ability and your intention and inclination to bring things together. The way that the simple way to illustrate is to talk about grain flour plus an egg plus some sugar from all different places. Plus, what else do we need there? Some butter from the cow, um, and vanilla from some distant island wherever vanilla pods grow. Bringing them together to make a cake, something that you are capable of synthesizing. It's the same sort of thing. If you're researching to write a book, if you're bringing in all sorts of different supplies to make a some piece of art, or you're bringing in education that you've had from all over that you put into making a piece of music, original music, synthesizing something new that never was before, and it will be something that you could not, only you could do that. Nobody else could reproduce what you have. Jen, you're right. I didn't think about the 23rd being your birthday. That's right. And you've just had one. Okay, for the community, for the people who are here and not speaking, for the people watching this on YouTube at a later date. So we'll do the please like and follow the Facebook page. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And your card for May. Nice. We have the sunflower. It's number 35. Yes, number 35. So 3 for your point of inspiration, 5 for the the place of growth and progress and change and adaptation, and they're adding up to an 8, putting them into the flow. So just in the way that sunflowers track the sun across the sky in the course of a day, so does this energy. The curiosity is surely the thing that grows us all as humans. If we just accept what's in front of us and don't ask questions, then nothing can possibly change. So being in a state of flow, being in a place where you're open to not resist things, is, it doesn't mean being passive and not, because we're going to ask the question, how can it get better, and let the universe show us how it can get better. How can I serve? How may I serve? How may I change the world that I live in a positive way? Those are all wonderful, wonderful queries to make. And Look how bright and shiny that is. When we get curious, things just really, really promote a lovely, happy, colorful, and centered, because we're back on the yellow. Um, that is a delightful thing. So I don't understand why this screen is so weird. All right. You're welcome, Eileen. Okay, that's the last post that I can see is Eileen saying thank you. So if you've come in since then, be aware. Excuse me. I have. Oh, and you seem to have banished the trolls. Thank you so much. I didn't even need to get to that. All right, so I don't know who's still here, who needs to know what. My, whoops, these cards are available on the website at joleith.com, and I have kept up the add-on for people who want to do a Zoom session and activate the deck. And I know there are people here who have paid for that, and we haven't done it yet, so we really do need to get the schedule going. That would be very cool. At the website also you can download a tabletop labyrinth that you can interact with, and especially tomorrow for World Labyrinth Day. And oh, that is interesting, Debbie. That's cool. There's stuff. I don't know. Are you writing a book? Is that why you keep getting that card? Can I read one for Joy? I do that too. Instead of the A, I hit the shift, and I end up with strange words like that. I can read one for George, Carol. Absolutely. We still have a few minutes. George. George wants the one that was buried behind. Oh, nice. Okay. So George, this is later in the season on that same mock orange. If you were here, you must have been. Carol, you were here first. Wow, thank you for staying so long. So we saw the mock orange in bud, looking for, interesting, Debbie. So later, when we're going beyond simple discernment and needing to actually analyze what's going on, you don't just read through the pages, you take them home and you take them apart and you discuss them with someone you trust, and you do, and really, really get into that analytical energy. 3 is your point of inspiration, intuition, knowing that you know stuff without knowing how you know stuff. 4 is that practicality, and it's really important that you get practical and that you can rely on yourself when it comes to things that need to be analyzed. And they're adding together to 7, which is, of course, the teacher. It is always, there are lessons to be learned. Something like anything that's asking you to engage your ability to analyze it is going to teach you something. Whether it is teaching you that you shouldn't be signing the paper, or it's teaching you that you are an engaged and vital part of your own life, that you're taking control of circumstances rather than letting them go by. It's also going to teach other people what it looks like to be sensibly analytical. We're not talking about throwing a fit or kicking the window or anything like that. We're just talking about being with an energy that dissects possible loopholes, that makes sure that ultimately your own best interest is cared for, because nobody else has got your best interest as the top of their list. Each and every one of us is functioning inside our own skin. So it's really important for you to take responsibility for that, and that's part of what that's about. Um, Carol says you need to listen. So George, pay attention. All right. Yes. Is that? I wonder if that's related to being personally responsible. I don't know. It's 2:56. People have filled the hour. I love it. Thank you so much. Debbie. Yeah, no idea where to start because all the different berries are all different colors all along the same twig, and if you just look at the twig, you don't know where to look. That's understandable. I have no doubt that you will figure it out. And sometimes that just means vomiting the twig onto a page and sorting it out afterwards. Because first draft, nobody else has to see it, just you. And once it's down, you might be able to see where the patterns are. All right, this has been lovely. Thank you, everyone. I wish you all the very best for the month of May. I will be back, of course, next Friday because that's what I do. And in between, don't hesitate to get a hold of me. You can message me here. You can reach me through my website at jolease.com. You can let me know if you're interested. I won't be doing a Zoom tomorrow because of World Labyrinth Day. Oh dear. But I will be on Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I do a Zoom meditation, and we may well be using labyrinths then. It could happen. All right. Somebody has told me that it's going to be sunny tomorrow, so my chalk won't wash off the driveway. So if you're nearby, maybe we can walk as one at one. I'm not holding my breath though, because evidently May is going to have a lot of flowers. We've had April showers for several days, if not weeks. Lots and lots of April showers. All right. My clock says it's time to go. So thank you for being here, everybody. Everybody, I was going to say if you're in Ontario, but there are a lot of places that it applies to, that the lockdown is back. So if you can stay home, stay home. If you do have to go out, please be safe, look after yourself, and stay healthy, and watch out for your neighbors and your community, because we all need to rely on each other. So thank you for being here. Look forward to seeing you again. Namaste.